If the sun disappeared right now, you would not scream, you would not run, you would not even notice. For the next 8 minutes, life on Earth would continue exactly as if nothing had happened. Cars would keep moving, people would keep talking, the sky would still look completely normal, because the light from the sun does not reach Earth instantly. It travels across space, and that journey takes time. So if the sun vanished this very second, Earth would spend the next few minutes living inside an illusion. And then, without warning, everything goes black. Not sunset, not night. This would be instant. One moment the world is bright. The next moment, the sky becomes a black void. No glow, no warmth, no sun. Cities in the middle of the day would suddenly fall into darkness. Planes in the sky would lose visibility. Roads would vanish. Shadows would disappear. And people everywhere would panic. Because this is not something the human brain understands. This is not normal darkness. This is something impossible. And that's when fear spreads faster than anything else. But darkness is only the beginning, because the sun does not just give us light. It gives us heat, energy, life itself. The moment sunlight stops, the earth begins to lose energy. Temperatures do not drop instantly, but they start falling immediately. The planet begins cooling, second by second. Photosynthesis stops instantly. Plants stop producing energy. Oceans begin to lose balance, and the entire food chain starts breaking, quietly. Not with explosions, but with silence. The kind of collapse you don't notice until it's too late. But there is something even more dangerous than darkness, and even more terrifying than the cold. Gravity. The sun does not just light Earth, it holds it in orbit. Right now, Earth is moving through space at incredible speed, constantly falling around the sun. Take the sun away, and that motion changes instantly. But just like light, gravity also takes time to reach us. So for a few minutes, Earth continues moving as if nothing happened. And then, suddenly, it doesn't. Earth stops orbiting and starts drifting into deep space. No path, no return. Just a planet, lost in darkness. But what happens next is not loud. It's not explosive. It's not something you immediately notice. It's silent. The kind of collapse that spreads slowly. Through systems we depend on every second. Satellites begin to fail. Navigation systems lose accuracy. Communication networks start breaking. Power grids begin to destabilize. Not all at once, but piece by piece, because everything on Earth is connected to energy, and energy comes from the sun. Without it, systems don't just shut down, they drift, they glitch, they fail in ways humans are not prepared for. Air traffic control systems begin to struggle. Global positioning becomes unreliable. Financial systems lose synchronization. And suddenly, the world is not just dark, it's disconnected. And that's when the real panic begins. Because people don't just fear the unknown, they fear losing control. And in that moment, control is already gone. Now imagine this. The sun disappears. 5 seconds pass. And then it comes back. At first, that sounds survivable. Just a strange event, a moment of darkness. But it's not that simple. Because the sun is not just light. It is more than 99% of all the mass in the solar system. It is the anchor. Remove that anchor, even for a few seconds, and the system breaks. Even a tiny disruption at this scale can create massive consequences. Because space does not forgive instability. It amplifies it. But maybe the most terrifying part is not the darkness, not the cold, not even the idea of Earth drifting into space. It's this. For those first few minutes, everyone on Earth would still be living normally, talking, driving, planning tomorrow, completely unaware that something had already gone wrong, that the sun, the one thing we trust to always be there, was already gone. And maybe that's the truth we don't like to think about. Everything we know, everything we depend on, exists because of something we cannot control. The sun feels permanent, but it isn't. And if it ever disappeared, even for a few seconds, we wouldn't just lose light. We would lose the illusion that we were ever safe. If this made you think, hit like, subscribe, and stay curious. There's a lot more we're about to explore.